Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new elite family of woods and irons from Callaway.
Round 3 of the Truist Championship at the Philadelphia Cricket Club bared its teeth a bit today. Some tricky winds, fast greens, quite a few short putts missed, lots of lip outs. Overnight leader Keith Mitchell with 3 putts, 34 in all, but still with a chance. It's supposed to be warmer, not as windy tomorrow. Rory McIlroy drove it poorly today, 1 under 69, and a lot of work to do. He is 6 shots back. Here's Todd now with Shane Lowry.
Shane, really nice day. You come out with those 2 early birdies, and then there's a bit of a fight out there. How would you describe the challenge this golf course gave you in these conditions?
Yeah, I mean, it was very tricky. It was tricky to get it close. Obviously, the first thing you had to do was put it on the fairway, because if you didn't put it on the fairway, it was quite tricky. I felt like I did that well. And then, you know, you're just trying to hit it on the green and 2-putt and get out there, and when you get your chances, you try and take them. It's funny, you know, we came here at the start of the week and everyone's talking about, you know, someone's going to shoot 59, but, you know, you see us out there today, it was a grind, and it was good fun. I honestly, I stepped onto this course when I got here, and I loved it the very minute I saw it. It looks great. It's old school. It's like northeastern course. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, over the last 2 days, you picked up more than 6 shots on the field with your approach game. How would you describe your iron play right now?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I'm probably doing that though because I'm not driving the ball very far, so I've got chances to pick up strokes on the field. Honestly, my driver is going pretty straight, but not very far. So I'm in position a lot where I can hit good iron shots, and I feel like my iron game is pretty good. And so yeah, that's probably one of the reasons, but obviously I've been pretty good as well.
All right, last 2 days, Mother Nature has given you guys some interesting conditions. Tomorrow the wind is going to be a little calmer. What are you expecting from this golf course, and what are you expecting how the field will play this course?
Yeah, so if the wind is calmer tomorrow, I expect a couple of people to go out and shoot really low numbers. Just hope one of them is me. But yeah, I think, you know, if the conditions are favourable tomorrow, like Thursday, I think, you know, a couple of people will shoot a low score and obviously put some pressure on us at the top end of the leaderboard.
Final thing, what do you want to challenge yourself to do tomorrow to cross the line?
I just want to allow myself to be myself tomorrow, and I feel like if I can be myself tomorrow, that, you know, I can do something great.
You just get the sense he is on the verge of the best golf he has played, certainly since Royal Port Rush. We're going back there. He won the Open 6 years ago. This the 5th time in his career he has had the 54-hole lead or share of the lead. Only at Port Rush did he convert. Didn't play well, but that was a long time ago at Oakmont 2016 U.S. Open, that final round. Could be a good pairing for both Shane Lowry and Sepp Straka, the final group tomorrow. They were Ryder Cup partners in Rome a few years ago, and they went 1-1 as a team, so they'll be relaxed. The vibe should be good. You joked about it with Amanda on the telecast. Yeah, this might be the last time they're cheered together because it'd be a far different cry, likely, at Bethpage Black. But you and I have talked about it. Difficult to root against a Rory or a Shane Lowry. A Ryder Cup, though, is different. So here is Sepp Straka. He is leading the field strokes gained putting. He's a good player. I mentioned this. He's 4th FedEx Cup standings this year and 17th in the world. He won the American Express earlier this year. Has 3 top 10 finishes in all. It's good work in 2025 for the Austrian strongman. Here's Sepp Straka.
5 birdies, just 1 bogey on a challenging day today with all this wind. What are you most proud of as you look back at this round?
Really happy with the driving today. The first 2 days, the driver was terrible. I don't even want to know what it would have been like in this wind to be driving it like that. So I really struck the driver right in the middle of the face today all day, and very happy with that.
There's another stat that's jumping out, and that is your putting. You're leading the field when you sign your card in strokes gained putting. Have you been working on trying to get your putter to a new level?
Not really. It's been an all-year process, I would say. We changed some things in the off-season, and I think maybe just I've had this really good speed on the greens all week, and I think that especially on these greens, there's a lot of pitch to them. So you really have to mirror your speed with the line, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that this year.
Sepp, you've been on a lot of leaderboards. You obviously won this year as well. How would you describe the comfort and confidence you have heading into this final round, trying to win a signature event?
Yeah, after yesterday, I was just trying to find my driver, so I don't know about confidence. But, yeah, I'm just trying to go out there and play some good golf. you're never really comfortable when you're around the lead, but it definitely feels a lot better than my first time trying to win with the Honda.
All right, we'll jump to tomorrow. What do you hope to be committed to?
Just the process, just trying to, play the golf course the way I should play it. These fairways are running out a lot, which is hard to kind of gauge what club you want to hit off the tee, and hard to hit fairways because of that. So, yeah, just trying to put the ball in play, get in the fairway, and then try to attack with my iron play.
What do you like with Sepp Straka?
Well, Todd hit on it. He's been factoring in so many tournaments this year, and you begin to wonder why. And it's like, look, I talk about it all the time. The most important aspect of this game is how close you're hitting your iron shots. And would you believe that only one person on the PGA Tour, and that being Scotty Scheffler, is hitting their irons better than Sepp Straka is? Throughout his career, with the exception of that 1 year in 2022, you'd say he'd been good to very good iron player, and this year just exceptional, off the charts. And the more I see of him, the more I really enjoy watching him play some golf.
Well, he's not just a breakthrough player now. He's arrived.
Yeah, of course. He's won 3 times.
Yeah, he's here. Not just an Austrian. That's where he was born. But he's Georgia boy. You saw that yardage book sticking out of his pocket. He played for the Georgia Bulldogs, as did Keith Mitchell. So.
I tell you what, I don't know what Chris Hack does. He's got a knack for choosing players and creating good golfers.
All right. Rory McIlroy is 6 shots back after an off day with his driver. Has he come from that far back? He has twice.
What hasn't he done?
Well, 2016 TPC Boston, from 6 behind to win. He also won the FedEx Cup that year in 2022, Tour Championship, FedEx Cup yet again, from 6 back to run down Scotty Scheffler. So where are we with Rory?
Look, he was on the range afterwards, and rightly so. If you watch him today, you'd notice he would hit shots and then his arms would collapse afterwards. It's like usually when you're finishing with your arms this close to your neck, you've come a little bit from the inside. You got a little bit stuck. I think that explains the two-way miss. A lot of hooks followed by a big push to the right. So perhaps he was just getting just a fraction a little bit too underneath it. Needs to get more on top of it. So, went to the range, tried to sort that out. But, I think Shane Lowry alluded to the fact that they were expecting to see 59s this week. Well, if the wind's not blowing tomorrow, the golf course is soft. We've already saw a 61, round number 1 by Keith Mitchell. You alluded to the fact that Rory's come from 6 back, so it's certainly in there.
Could you imagine if he birdies for the first 6 tomorrow? Makes that charge. How amped up it will be.
Yeah, it'll be nuts. But again, it's going to take something like 61.
61 tomorrow.
It'll take something like 62 at the highest.
Okay. Rory McIlroy on the range. Todd Lewis reporting that he wasn't thrilled even after this session. He didn't go out there with a launch monitor. He noticed that. I do recall the players. He went out there and worked it out on his own. I think it was after Thursday's round. Didn't drive it particularly well. We're all in agreement that we like this sort of this new approach. Just try to work it out yourself. Don't get too hung up on a lot of mechanics.
Yeah, even as poorly as he drove it today, he's still 4th in strokes gained off of the tee for the week. But yeah, 3 of 14 fairways. That's going to be one of his worst performances of his career in terms of finding fairways. So he hasn't been particularly sharp this week with his irons. He hasn't been particularly sharp around the greens. He's been very sharp prior to today off of the tee, and very sharp throughout the week on the greens. So, and having said all that, he's just 6 back.